At exactly 9:47 p.m., something went wrong inside Ironglass Tower. Not loudly, not violently, just a quiet shudder, as if the building itself had inhaled and forgotten how to breathe. The elevator lights flickered. Metal groaned softly, and the digital screen blinked once before changing into something that made no sense at all. Floor 49, Inside the glass elevator stood 4 strangers, bound together by coincidence and height. Ayan stood near the corner, holding a warm pizza box against his chest like it could protect him. He was a delivery boy, the kind who apologized even when it wasn't his fault, the kind who thought through every possible mistake before taking a single step. Across from him was Ria, a stand-up comedian with restless eyes and a crooked smile. Fear made her joke, and silence made her uncomfortable. Mr. Bolton adjusted his expensive suit for the 3rd time. A man who owned half the city through signatures and numbers, yet had never learned how powerless money could feel in a metal box 49 floors above the ground. And beside the control panel stood Inspector Kavya, calm, composed, unreadable, off-duty, badge hidden, one secret locked behind her steady breathing. She was terrified of heights. The elevator suddenly dropped, only 1 floor. But in that single second, gravity reminded them how fragile confidence really is. Breath vanished, hearts jumped, reality shifted. "I paid for this building," Mr. Bolton shouted, his voice echoing uselessly against glass. Ria clapped once, nervously laughing. "Wow, this is either my final joke or my best one." Ayan whispered to no one in particular. "I was just supposed to deliver pepperoni." Kavya pressed the emergency button. Once, twice. Nothing answered. Outside, the city glowed beneath them. Endless lights stretching into darkness. Beautiful and distant, like help that could never hear them scream. Then the speaker above their heads crackled alive. A mechanical voice cut through the tension. "Warning. Manual override required." A thin line of smoke began climbing the elevator shaft, slow and patient, the kind of danger that doesn't rush because it knows time is on its side. Kavya checked her phone. Her jaw tightened. "Fire on floor 30, she said quietly. "If we stay here, it will reach us." Mr. Bolton panicked instantly. "Call the owner! Break the glass! Do something! I know important people!" Ria laughed breathlessly. "Great! We're trapped with money, jokes, and trauma." Ayan stepped closer to the control panel, eyes scanning it carefully. His voice came out soft, almost apologetic. "There's a manual lever." They all looked at him. "The delivery guy?" Ria asked. He nodded. "My uncle fixes old machines. New technology still listens to old rules." For the first time since the elevator stopped, no one interrupted him. The lever, however, wasn't inside the cabin. It was outside. Wind rushed violently through the narrow gap above them. Someone had to climb out. Ria raised both hands. "I make people laugh. That's my only skill." Mr. Bolton stepped back instantly. "I have a knee problem." Kavya met Ayan's eyes. "I'll hold the rope," she said. "You pull the lever." Ayan swallowed hard. The city waited beneath him. As he climbed out, cold wind slammed into his body, shaking his balance. The lights below twisted and spun like a moving universe. "Don't look down!" Ria yelled. "I am looking at my life." Ayan screamed back, his voice breaking. Smoke rose faster now. The air burned. He reached the lever, pulled. Nothing happened. Fear tightened around his chest. He pulled again. Still nothing. Then a sharp metallic sound. Click. The elevator jolted. Slowly, painfully, it began to rise. Hope returned, fragile and trembling, for 3 seconds. Then the elevator dropped again. Screams collided in the dark.
and suddenly a soft ding echoed through the cabin. Floor 12. The doors slid open. Fresh air rushed in like mercy. They stumbled out, coughing, shaking, laughing without knowing why. Fire alarms screamed behind them. Mr. Bolton straightened his suit, but for once he had no words. Rhea rested her hand on Ian's shoulder. "You just saved my future comedy career." Kavya smiled gently at him. "Bravery isn't loud," she said. "It doesn't announce itself. It just moves when others freeze." Ian looked down at his crushed pizza box and laughed, not because it was funny, but because he was alive. And sometimes that's enough, because when fear arrives, titles disappear. In moments that decide everything, heroes are not chosen by power or wealth or confidence. They are chosen by courage. And sometimes the one everyone overlooks is the only one willing to act.